The instructions for this problem is to express this log as a sum or difference of logs and expand completely. For this problem, the first thing I want to do is make sure that I indicate which rule I would use to start. Meaning, is this the log of a product, the log of a power, or the log of a quotient as the big picture of the problem? Well, I can eliminate quotient because I don't see any kind of division going on. I definitely see multiplication going on. I have the 5 times the x times the y squared on the inside. However, I have a power of 3 on my entire argument. And so this particular problem, the big picture of the argument is it's a power. Using the power rule, we say we multiply the power in front of the log, so it would be a 3. What I would encourage you to do, always use a bracket when you use the power rule on larger problems such as this. Meaning, that 3 is going to later on apply to multiple terms, so I need to make sure to put a bracket behind it so that I can distribute it later on. When I'm doing it on maybe a single term, it's not so important, but on these that start as a power, you must use brackets. Okay, then we keep what we have on the inside, except we remove the power of 3 from the argument. From here, keep the 3 in the bracket, and then look at the inside and think what rule needs to be used next. It's not a quotient. It definitely is a product. We do see powers, but the power is only applied to the y. So we first need to use the product rule, and then we see the product of 3 things here. So this would be rewritten as natural log of 5 plus natural log of x plus natural log of y squared. Okay, looking at the inside, look at the arguments. We have natural log of 5, that doesn't reduce. Natural log of x, that doesn't reduce. And then finally, natural log of y squared. The argument has a power on it, so I need to use the power rule on that part. Keep the rest as it is. And then using the power rule, the 2 would be multiplied in front, and then this would become natural log of y. None of my logs reduce, and so at this point the last step would be to multiply this 3 to the front of each of these logs. Never, ever, ever multiply a constant to the inside to an argument, but always multiply it in front of the log. So 3 natural log of 5 plus 3 natural log of x, and then finally plus 6 natural log of y. And then that would be your answer.